The Stoic journey begins with a radical commitment to self-understanding. To walk this path, we must confront every facet of our being, even the parts we would rather ignore. Stoicism demands honesty and unflinching look at our flaws, weaknesses, and areas of ignorance. This is not self-criticism, but self-awareness. A Stoic realizes that only by knowing themselves fully can they shape themselves into a person of character and virtue. Every day, we are given opportunities to examine our thoughts and reactions, allowing us to break free from old patterns and limiting beliefs that hold us back. This level of introspection empowers us to grow beyond our past selves and step into a wiser, stronger version of who we are. Our thoughts shape our reality. Stoicism teaches that the mind, untrained, is prone to distortion, seeing threats where none exist, clinging to desires that don't serve us, and forming judgments that cloud our vision. The Stoic practice of mental discipline helps us become the masters of our inner world. It's the skill of choosing clarity over illusion, objectivity over illusion, objectivity over personal bias. We develop the habit of questioning our thoughts. Is this belief useful? Does it align with my values? By cultivating an inner dialogue rooted in reason and reflection, we distance ourselves from the emotional impulses that often lead us astray. This internal mastery gives us the clarity to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and balance. One of the core principles of Stoicism is amor fati, or the love of fate. It's not merely about accepting the things we cannot change. It's about embracing them wholeheartedly, seeing them as part of our personal evolution. Amor fati teaches us to not only endure difficult experiences, but to welcome them as essential to our growth. In every challenge, there's a hidden benefit, a lesson designed specifically for us. When we adopt this mindset, obstacles become stepping stones, pain becomes fuel, and setbacks transform into sources of strength. By learning to love our fate, we find freedom from resentment and a deep, unshakable peace that comes from being at one with the flow of life. Resilience is another pillar of Stoicism, one that requires not just strength, but adaptability. Resilience in the Stoic sense isn't about stoically enduring hardship without complaint. It's about actively using hardship as a tool to build endurance, patience, and fortitude. We learn to bend without breaking, to find creative ways around obstacles, and to draw strength from within when external supports are lacking. Resilience also involves flexibility, a willingness to let go of rigid expectations and adapt to changing circumstances with grace. The Stoic recognizes that life rarely goes as planned, and instead of resisting change, they choose to see it as an opportunity to grow, evolve, and discover new strengths within themselves. Stoic acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active, intentional choice to focus on what we can influence. We learn to let go of the desire to control other people, outcomes, or events, turning our attention instead to our own responses. This shift of focus is liberating as we realize that our true power lies in our reactions, our choices, and our ability to stay aligned with our values, regardless of external circumstances. Acceptance is the practice of finding peace in the present moment, of not wishing things were different, but using what is to our advantage. This mindset frees us from frustration and empowers us to channel our energy into constructive action. Virtue is the guiding star of Stoicism, a constant reminder of the qualities we strive to embody: courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance. These virtues are not lofty ideals, but practical principles that we apply to daily life. Courage means standing firm in our values, even when it's difficult. Wisdom is the pursuit of understanding, both of ourselves and the world. Justice involves treating others with respect and fairness, recognizing our shared humanity. And temperance teaches us moderation, helping us avoid excess and find balance. A Stoic commits to these virtues, not as a means to an end, but as a way of being, as a path to a life of meaning and fulfillment. Compassion, often overlooked in discussions of Stoicism, is a natural extension of Stoic virtue. When we understand our own struggles, we develop empathy for the struggles of others. Compassion doesn't mean taking on others' pain as our own, but offering support, understanding, and guidance. The Stoic leader recognizes that everyone is fighting their own battles, often unseen, and approaches others with kindness, patience, and a willingness to listen. In a world that often values competition over connection, Stoic compassion becomes a powerful force. for unity, reminding us that true strength lies not in isolation, but in solidarity and shared humanity. The practice of detachment is a powerful tool in the Stoics' arsenal, allowing us to remain steady in a world of constant change. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means releasing our grip on things we cannot control and not tying our happiness to external circumstances. When we practice detachment, we find freedom from the anxiety that comes from clinging to outcomes or seeking validation from others. We learn to appreciate what we have while it lasts and let go gracefully when it's time to move on. This inner freedom brings a sense of peace as we realize that our worth and happiness are not dependent on anything outside of ourselves. Self-discipline is more than a means to an end. It's a way of shaping ourselves into the person we wish to become. Every act of discipline strengthens our character, reinforcing our commitment to our goals and values. The Stoic practices discipline not out of duty, but out of love for the life they are building. Discipline is a daily choice, a quiet determination to stay on the path, even when it's challenging. It's the practice of saying no to distractions, of choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort, of building a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Through discipline, we cultivate the inner strength to remain true to ourselves, regardless of the challenges we face. In Stoicism, every experience is seen as an opportunity for growth. This means that we are never truly defeated. We are always learning, always evolving. When we make mistakes, we don't dwell on them, but analyze them, extracting the lessons they offer. Each failure becomes a stepping stone, a piece of wisdom that we carry forward. This perspective transforms our relationship with success and failure, teaching us that both are temporary and that true progress lies in the journey itself. The Stoic approach to life is not one of perfection, but of constant, incremental improvement. We are always moving forward, always striving to become a better version of ourselves. The Stoic life is one of simplicity and gratitude. By letting go of unnecessary desires and focusing on what truly matters, we create space for peace and contentment. Simplicity doesn't mean living without. It means choosing wisely, valuing quality over quantity, depth over surface. When we focus on what we truly need, we find that we already have enough. Gratitude is the practice of appreciating the small, often overlooked aspects of life, from a quiet moment of reflection to the support of a friend. This gratitude deepens our appreciation for life, helping us to see each day as a gift, each moment as a chance to live fully. Reflection is essential in the Stoic path, as it allows us to measure our progress, assess our actions, and realign with our values. Each evening, a Stoic takes time to look back on the day, examining where they succeeded, where they could improve, and what lessons they can carry forward. This practice of daily reflection sharpens our awareness and helps us to approach each new day with greater clarity and intention. Reflection isn't about dwelling on mistakes. It's about learning, growing, and moving forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Through this continuous cycle of action and reflection, we forge a life of integrity, purpose, and resilience. The Stoic journey is a lifelong pursuit of wisdom and virtue. It's a path of self-mastery, where every challenge, every joy, every sorrow is embraced as part of our growth. Stoicism teaches us that happiness is not found in what we acquire, but in who we become. By focusing on character, resilience, and compassion, we create a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding, offering us a way to navigate life's complexities with grace, strength, and an unbreakable spirit. This commitment to Stoicism is not a sprint, but a marathon, a steady progression towards a life of purpose and peace. Each day, each choice, each moment is an opportunity to embody the principles we hold dear. Through the practice of Stoicism, we don't just survive life's challenges, we thrive, finding meaning in every experience and leaving a legacy of wisdom, strength, and compassion for those who come after us. This is the Stoic life, a life well lived, a life of courage, resilience, and unwavering dedication to the pursuit of virtue.